and welcome to Shit They Don't Tell You, a podcast.
Hi, I'm Nikki Limo.
And I'm Steve Green. We have been married for 6 years.
A long time.
We have been together for 10 years.
Even longer time.
We're a tried and true tuber couple.
A couple that met on the tubes.
And some would say that we're tuber scum, just like everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we agree. But today, most importantly, we're trying to prove whether or not we are in agreement with complete assholes or not.
Are we the assholes?
Well, we're people
definitely the assholes.
In the debate, these people are the assholes, but then if we agree with them, we're probably the assholes too.
That's facts. I have cat hair in my eye.
Okay, so we're just going to power through. We're going to power through like we always do.
Okay.
If you like the show, please, it helps so much if you check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/sticky.
And if you smash that like button.
Oh my God. It helps so much. And ring the bell.
Yeah, ring our bells.
While we contemplate life. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't even been reading any sponsors. So if you want, we're pretty chill. Like,
we're so chill.
Yeah. Anyway. And we chose that for sure.
Yeah, it's a
choice,
decision.
To keep it because,
Correct.
We want to keep it chill.
So today's first question is, am I the asshole for telling my daughter I am not paying for a destination wedding? This one rings true to me personally.
Okay.
Because some would argue that you and I had, in fact, a destination wedding, but like all of our friends live in LA and we were getting married in Santa Barbara.
Which is 90 minutes from LA.
Give me a break. If you complain about that.
90-minute drive.
Then we weeded you out. Okay, my daughter's getting married. And she wishes to have a destination wedding, and I told her no. My wife feels I should do it because we can afford it, but I find it to be pointless showing of wealth. Now my daughter's not talking to me, nor is my wife, which got me thinking, should I just bite the bullet and essentially burn money and alienate family members to make my daughter's dream wedding a reality? And then he says, I forgot. So everyone's like, yo, what the fuck? He didn't say anything. So he's like, okay, couple edits here. He's like, I failed to mention she wants to get married in New Zealand. We're from New York. And then he says, oops, sorry, I forgot to mention she's currently asking for around $200,000.
Oh my gosh.
This is not counting what guests would have to pay to come.
Oh, so not like flying anybody?
Not flying anybody as far as I'm aware.
Who's coming to your party?
Yeah, apparently the Queen of England.
I know. Are they wealthy enough to do it? Like just because you're well off, even if you were well off enough to spend that much money.
Bro, $200,000.
Yeah, but like it could be a drop in the hat if they're like billionaires, because like he said, it's a pointless showing of wealth. Well, like if they're like super wealthy, then maybe, I mean, it sounds like a lot to us, but maybe it's not that much for them.
How's about this? Even if you're super wealthy, isn't it stupid to just burn money just so your daughter can have pictures and say she got married where Lord of the Rings got filmed?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I wouldn't do it, but like people have different values. And so like for me, that personally does not bring me joy, and it would bring me more joy to use that money on something else.
Okay, let me swap the angles now.
Yes.
You are a Santa Barbaran chick.
Yes.
That's where we got married.
Yes.
You have also been to the beautiful country, apparently, of New Zealand.
Yeah.
How do you rate it? And should we have gotten a destination wedding there instead?
It literally looked just like Santa Barbara to me, other than like it was a little bit greener. Like I was perplexed. I thought it was...
So when I call Nikki, I'm like, dude, is it just screensavers everywhere? Like, what's it like over there? Is it insane?
Like, okay, here's the thing. Is like, yeah, it's pretty, but I think maybe I'm a little spoiled because I grew up in Santa Barbara, where it's also gorgeous. So when people are like, oh my God, it's so pretty, pretty, pretty. And then we get there and I'm like, it looks like a greener version of Santa Barbara. And I thought like the beaches, because people were like the beaches, right? And I thought they'd be like tropical beaches, like warm, because that's what I get excited about with beaches is like, ooh, like we're going to go on vacay and like I'm going to step my foot in and not have to shiver. And it was
cold,
very cold.
Yeah, I see. That's the thing. And look, we're not being New Zealand haters here.
No, it was
Nikki
pretty.
Are about deals.
It was a 13-hour flight. And it was expensive, and I don't see like it wasn't that different.
Look, we don't exactly have advertisers beating down our door to try to be on shit they don't tell you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
we got to be thrifty.
Maybe we do.
We got to be, nimble, right?
Maybe we said no.
Can't be throwing a destination wedding in New Zealand.
Also, I was pissed.
If you can get the same thing in Santa Barbara.
But I didn't know that actually Santa Barbara is a destination for a lot of destination weddings, because I'm not dumb, because I grew up there, and I wanted to just get married in my hometown because that's where my mom got married and my mom's mom got married. So they all got married at the courthouse.
Which is beautiful.
Like, it's not like a normal city courthouse, which I also didn't know. So it was free to get married there when my mom got married. Since then, they realized that people were taking advantage of how pretty it was there, and so they charged $500. But still, as a venue to get married, that's really cheap for a wedding. And my mom got married on her lunch break on a Tuesday. It was like not a big deal. So I had never had like the wedding culture be shoved down my throat.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of people, like, that's their dream day is the wedding. Like, they think about from a little girl on up, like they have a wedding book. But I think that also is because like their parents, like the mom, usually the mom, maybe the dad, I've never heard of that story, but like usually the mom like kind of coaches the daughter from a young age, like, well, your wedding day will be spectacular, and like this is what you want at a wedding, and this is what what I wore to my wedding, and my wedding, and like I feel like a lot of people I didn't realize this till later in life, but a lot of women had this
idealized
wedding, and that's why they freak out on their wedding day about everything needing to be perfect. I also think people value this wedding day more than they value the person they're getting married to. Like, it's a weird culture. I'm really, really thankful that I wasn't raised in this culture that overvalued the wedding as this like moment that in your life. Our wedding was the first wedding that I ever went to in my adult life.
Because you have so many good friends.
So many good friends. By the time our friends that we did have at our wedding, by the time we got married, they were already married.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah, most of them were already married. And the other ones were single, not going to get married soon.
It is one of those things, man, where I just think that if you have a destination wedding, you're basically, in my opinion, you're trying to make sure that some people can't come.
Yes, you're filtering out some people.
That's what I think. I can't help but think that, because that's just how I was raised.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like you're never trying to spend money on something if it's too much money. Like, you just try to get the deal of it.
Yeah.
Why would you like when I was growing up, like, why would you ever stay at the Bellagio when you could stay at the Excalibur for way cheaper? And that's like just how that's how my parents are, and like that's how I grew up. So it's like, and I didn't find out about how quality stuff is actually quality until later on in life.
Right. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks to Nikki, honestly. Because like even like a pair of jeans, I was like, yeah, you're only one of those assholes who gets ripped off if you're buying a pair of jeans that aren't from Walmart. Because you're one of those idiots who just thinks it's like, oh, it's so much better because I paid $400 for it. But then I got a pair of diesel jeans that were on sale, thankfully, at Urban Outfitters. Because Urban Outfitters thought they could sell diesel jeans, and then nobody did. I bought them for $45, and those things lasted me like 7 years.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way, this is insane.
And they're like staple items. Like, you're wearing them so much, and
all the time.
You're interchanging them with different outfits. Like, why not?
I washed them. They constantly look the same. So I just couldn't believe it. Because when I was growing up, no offense to my parents who listen to the show, they just taught me deals. I think a little bit too biased towards deals, and not like understanding the value that brands sometimes have. Not always. Yeah. But sometimes.
I had to learn that lesson too. I don't think it was a point of pride. Like, it wasn't like, oh, look how much smarter we are for saving so much money. It was more just like, this is what we can afford. Like, let's try to stretch this dollar as much as we can. Then so
I'm pretty sure it was that for my folks, but it was presented to me differently.
But I don't. Yeah, like there wasn't like a smug aspect of it.
Well, it wasn't smug. It was very much like you could go to the grocery store and you could see how much you pay per ounce for something, right, on the bottom, because they have to put that by law now. And so my parents would always point out about how stupid people are because they don't spend cheaper per ounce. And it's right there. They buy the brand name thing instead when it's the same thing.
Or like you're saying, more buy in bulk.
Exactly.
Well, but you also had a big family.
Yeah.
So like it made more sense to buy in bulk, and you're saving money by the ounce. But like if we bought it like in bulk for everything my parents had 2 kids, you know, like there just wasn't enough storage space to like keep all that food. So you had to balance like, you know, what's the best deal, and
that's fair,
you know. But for me, it was more so like the furniture and household items. I just thought efficiency based until I got older and was like, well, how come my bedroom doesn't look like a Pinterest board? You know, like why, like what's different? Like what's like, can I see like what's different? Like why, what am I missing? Because my eyes like weren't even trained to see what I was missing.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I bought the nightstands, but I bought like really cheap ones that were like just efficient. And I bought a bed. Like, why doesn't it look pretty?
So do you think this person is the asshole or not the asshole?
Look, I don't know what was agreed upon.
Okay.
So if he said, hey, daughter, you pick where you like what you want to do for your wedding, anything you want. There's no budget. You pick what your dream day looks like and we'll make it happen. And then she picked that and he goes, oh, that's a waste of money. You know, I don't know. Do I think that that's a waste of money? Yes.
Especially you've been in New Zealand.
Yeah, but
you think it's trash.
It sounds like the wife is mad too. So is it that they were promised one thing and now it's being taken away? Because that's a different principle.
Okay, I get it, but I just think sometimes we have to zoom in a little more, especially on our "Am I the asshole" topic.
Yeah.
And to me, I think this guy's just not the asshole at all. That's my take.
Yeah, I guess I just need more context. He could or could not be the asshole. I would like to have a strong take. I guess I lean more towards, because both the mom and the daughter are mad. It kind of just sounds like he promised something and he's taking it away.
Bro, $200,000 for a wedding.
Yeah, but
what could he promise? You could have a wedding on a space station for all I care.
Look, I would never ever spend that much or ask someone to spend that much.
So she's an asshole.
But it sounds like they have a ton of money and they gave their daughter an uncapped wedding. That's not like that wasn't ever my situation. So it's hard to.
No,
you know.
I disagree completely. Sometimes like someone's just asking for too much. Even if you say, "Hey, come to my house, eat my food," and then someone eats all your food, they're an asshole. Yeah. It's like I said, eat my food.
Yeah.
They ate all my food. Well, great. I said, come eat my food, and I was being a nice host.
I guess I would like to know like why the wife agrees with the daughter, because in our relationship, we have 50-50 say on the finances, all the financial stuff, right?
Yeah.
And we are usually in agreement. And I would think that I wouldn't take my children's side, that we would come to an agreement together, you know?
Yeah, but we're different though.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why it's hard, because it's like when I'm going through a poker hand and I'm like, well, what would you do on the turn? And the coach is like, well, I wouldn't even be in this situation, you know, because I would have folded pre-flop, you know? So like I would have folded pre-flop here. I don't know. Like I would never be in this situation. So it's hard for me to understand the context. Like $200,000, I would never fucking ever motherfucking in my life.
So say that and say she's an asshole and let's move on.
But we don't know.
You're nuts, bro. You're nuts on this one.
Does Reddit think that he's...
Yes, everyone thinks she's a fucking asshole.
Okay, I guess I'll defer.
Thank you.
I will defer.
Blend in with society for fuck's sakes, Limo. Jesus Christ.
I just like to understand all points of view.
Okay, but sometimes you can be so open-minded your brain falls out. Okay.
I guess.
Going on to the next point.
If I had $1 billion, it doesn't seem like a drop in the hat.
Nobody said this guy has $1 billion. He's saying I'm uncomfortable with this.
But he said that the reason was because he thinks it's an unnecessary display of wealth, not because they can't afford it.
Okay, so the fuck what? Yeah, he's saying this is too much money for your stupid wedding.
But the reason
fuck New Zealand
seems like not because
I thought this was like a triple threat for you because you've been to New Zealand. You thought it sucked.
Yeah.
You didn't care
Nikki
for it.
Limo would never spend that amount of money on it.
So let's talk about Nikki Limo and not the fucking esoteric bullshit of this thing.
Okay, that's not my situation, but yeah,
Okay, moving on.
Am
I the asshole for telling my brother's wife she has no business interfering in things that have nothing to do with her? My brother is a deadbeat dad of his 2 kids. That's his objective take.
Jeez.
His oldest 2 sons. He abandoned his ex and went out of his way to make sure she didn't get child support out of him. By the time his oldest would be old enough to start figuring shit out, she moved so they could have a fresh start and not have to worry about possibly finding out how much he didn't want to be their dad. She also cut me out of their lives, which I got. The younger brother of the guy who was giving her and the kids the middle finger after creating both these kids is probably not someone you fully trust. That's him.
Okay.
The boys and I have contact now that they are both adults. My brother's not aware of this. We are mostly estranged, and I don't think very highly of him. I'm a single dad and would never abandon my kids. My brother got married 5 years after he abandoned his sons. His wife wanted to meet me when they got engaged and made a very big deal out of us not being close and me saying no to meeting her several times. She pushed me on the reason why, and I said I didn't respect deadbeat parents.
He didn't tell her.
She said he wasn't a deadbeat and his ex kept him away from the kids. I told her that was a lie and he had gone out of his way to sever his obligations to those boys, and she did not believe me. I told her I was present during fights between him and his ex, that I had heard him say he didn't give a shit about those boys, and she dismissed what I said. So his spin versus what the truth is. They got married and now they have some kids together. I didn't even know how many for sure. A few weeks ago, she reached out to me and said my brother had admitted to abandoning his older sons and made sure she never got a cent from him. She was saying how wrong that was, but now that she knows, she feels like the kids should all meet, and she's going to find the boys and tell them they need to meet their siblings. I was like, are you serious? And told her she should not track down the kids he abandoned to tell them they need to meet the kids he didn't abandon.
Oh my God.
She defended what she wanted and that her kids deserve to know them, and 2 grown men should want to know their family. I told her she had no business interfering with this when it has nothing to do with her. I reminded her that yes, her kids are related biologically, but leave it for them to decide in the future. Don't try rubbing this in their faces. What she doesn't know is my nephews already know my brother had more kids. They don't care.
They don't want to meet them.
They have said they will never want a relationship with them. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
She said it has everything to do with her, and I am being an ass. Am I the asshole?
No. I think that you should respect what the kids want.
But do we have enough context?
I do. This one, luckily, the person posting gave lots of context.
Yeah. The other guy did have to edit his post a lot.
Thank you. It's really, in your defense, it's really hard for me to make. I'm not a really snap judgment person. I like to know all the facts, and like maybe facts be damned.
Yeah.
Because I think that the world jumps to conclusions so often, and it pisses me off that people don't get heard out. That people will immediately jump to judging people and don't want to understand them. I think a lot of people, actually the majority of people, do just rush to judgments.
I like to. I have to say, I do like to.
Why?
It's a defense mechanism. Yeah, I like to get the argument as far away from me as possible.
Put people in the good or bad box.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, it makes me feel safe and comfy.
I wish I could do that sometimes because it would save myself a lot of just overthinking and time wasted on analyzing the good and the bad and the ugly and stuff. I really sometimes wish that I could do that, but I'm always like, what about this hole? What about this missing part? What about this missing part? Anyway, with this guy, it seems like he left no mysteries to spare, so I'm happy for that. Thank you for filling in full context. And ultimately, I just think that if the kids don't want to meet their biological dad's new kids, that should be honored and respected.
Yeah, sometimes people have fantasy brains.
Yeah.
And they go well, I see it this way, and so everyone else should see it this way. You guys are family. Don't you know you're family? And then they try to force something that doesn't need to be forced when everyone's fairly comfortable with the family they have already.
And by the way, this is from someone who had a half biological brother reach out to me over the pandemic when he was...
I was talk about that now?
Oh, I think I've mentioned it in a couple of things.
You have not.
Oh, I haven't?
You have not.
I haven't gotten the full story, but...
You should.
I will someday.
Well, what happened during the pandemic?
Well, it should be a whole episode.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I won't shoot my load right now.
I'm really happy that you're talking about it because we've been holding back on that for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, he reached out to me, and so that was his choice to seek out. I had no idea he existed.
Yeah.
And then it was my choice to, after finding out the full story from my parents,
which seemed like a hoax at first.
Yeah, I thought it was a freaking movie, right?
Yeah.
But
some guy reaches out to Nikki and basically
I'll
says,
save it.
Well, but just a summation, right?
Okay, I have a half brother out there who's an older brother.
Right.
Yeah.
And we didn't know he existed.
Yeah. And we didn't know he existed, and he found me through Instagram during the pandemic, and I don't even normally check my DMs on the boxes of people that aren't following or whatever. But
and it wasn't through cheating or anything messed up.
No.
It's
It
on the
was
up
no
and
foul
up.
play. I will get into the whole story,
Yeah.
but basically my point is that I had a choice to meet him. He had a choice to find me, and I had a choice to meet him once I knew all the story. And luckily, like I decided to meet him. Or not, haven't met him in person yet, but like I decided
down.
to respond.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
and
and-
you've had an open communication channel.
Yeah, and like both of us are so similar. It's funny that he's like my half brother because he shares a lot with me and my brother, like as far as personality and interests go.
And me too, right?
Sure, yeah, totally. But like the biggest thing, which I'm so happy about, is like both of us are so blasé about whether or not we meet. Like it's like, and it's not like it makes me, I don't like you, so I don't want to meet you. It's more just like, yeah, if you want,
Figure it
like,
out.
yeah, like
Down the road.
I'm bad at respond. He told me I'm bad at responding to emails. Sorry if I like don't get back right away. And I'm like, thank God, me too. I'm bad at responding to emails. So we have that understanding. I think like at any time, if either one of us wanted to actually meet each other.
Would you be
could.
nervous for it? Are you gonna like? Is it gonna be weird as hell?
I don't know if I'd be nervous. I don't really get, I don't know. I don't really get I don't think I would get nervous. I would only get nervous about things where like I could potentially lose something. Like, let's say there was a job I really wanted, and like I would get nervous that like, what if this was my dream job and then I don't get it? You know, like
Yeah, that's fair.
I hope they like me, but like I don't really lose anything. If he meets me and doesn't like me, I haven't lost anything because I didn't have an older brother for 37 years.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't really get nervous about free rolls.
Shut the fuck up, Pokerhead. Okay,
don't.
I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna say this guy's not the asshole.
He's not the asshole.
I think, unfortunately, sometimes, and I don't even think that this woman is an asshole necessarily. I think it's just a difference of
I
opinion.
think she just doesn't get it.
She doesn't get it, but some people do this bullshit thing, like I was saying, is like they have a story in their brains about how this is like some big happy family thing, and it's just not.
Exactly.
And they don't understand that. They can't really understand that that's not
like it's
happening.
not like blood does not make you family.
No, it doesn't. It technically makes you on the family tree, but
It makes you biologically related, and you share DNA, but like
sometimes you're just on different branches.
yeah, you can just choose. You get to choose. You don't have to be like this. They're strangers. They own nothing to each other.
I agree. And with that said, we are going on a break. But when we come back, we have way more Am I the Asshole questions, debates, disparities, and controversies.
Can't wait to see Steve snap judge somebody.
Thank you.
I will take my time
Listen,
thinking about all the details.
I love snap judging, and then I love being like,
Reversing your
wait,
opinion.
okay. I heard you there. Tell me about that.
See, that's why I'm not a good leader. Like, all the best leaders, what's that saying? Like, just make decisions quickly, change slowly,
right.
or
Damn right.
whatever. Not me. It take me forever to make a decision. And once I make it, I'm really open to change my mind.
I'll say this, though. If I know about the topic, I will be slower to answer.
Okay.
If I don't know about the topic, I'm faster to do a stupid fucking Joe Public snap judgment because I don't know anything.
Yeah. I'm glad that you can vote.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
It's good.
Aw. We'll be right back.
Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. We just want to take a break to tell you thanks for listening to our podcast. And if you want to rate it, that would be really awesome for us. Like,
Listen, we're on break. We're not talking to you like podcast hosts right now. We're just talking to you like people.
as a friend.
And we just want to say, please rate the show because it helps out huge amounts.
Like, we're not desperate. We're like kind of desperate.
We're giving shout outs right now to all the people who are giving it ratings. So huge shout out right now to Brian Jorgensen. That was sick of you, dude. Thank you. God bless. Huge shout out right now to Mark W. in Springfield, Connecticut.
Back to our podcast.
Jenny Blythe.
Hey, back to our podcast.
In Tuscany,
and
Florida.
back to our podcast.
God bless you. Thank you.
Steven.
Thank you for supporting the show.
And we're back. And if you are super nice, maybe you checked out our Patreon during that time. It's patreon.com/sticky, STIKKI. We do these videos, episodes a day early over there. They are released a day early. Steve does a crypto corner every week.
Every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for hours and hours. Last one went for 3 hours. Look, I love crypto. The market's about to bust fucking loose. Just wait. 2 months to make it. It's fucking go time. It's exciting times.
Our live stream, we do monthly live streams, and it's about to come up, so you can catch that. And we do free roll poker tournaments.
every
cash,
month.
prizes.
Let's
Cash,
go.
money, baby. Let's go.
So next one is, am I the asshole for not allowing a baby monitor to be a substitute for a babysitter?
For not allowing a baby monitor to be a substitute for a babysitter. Gotcha.
I said that pretty clearly.
Yeah, so they want to leave one party would like to leave the baby home alone with the baby monitor as they go out to dinner.
So check this out. This couple have neighbors.
Okay.
And they think they found a life hack.
Okay.
Okay. My wife and I have small children under 5 years old. So does the couple next door. The way our street is set up, our front windows face each other. They're on the sides of our houses and are only separated by about 15 to 20 feet. You can easily see inside one house from the other if the doors are open. The couple next door and my wife had a discussion when I wasn't around, and they all agreed that if one of the couples decided to go out, we could just easily give the baby monitor to the other couples to watch, quote, the kids. In fairness to them, they only said they would do this while the kids were asleep, so they're not leaving the kids unsupervised and awake. And the signal for the baby monitor does, in fact, reach from one house to the next. When I heard about the idea, I immediately said no. What if there was a fire or some other emergency? What if the monitor signal gets disconnected and we don't realize it? What if the kids wake up and find an empty house? My wife begrudgingly told the other couple the deal was off, and they have been cold to me ever since. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
Yeah, you're the asshole.
I think he's not.
Good debate. Let's go.
Free open debate.
Okay. You want me to go first?
Go for it.
I don't think he's the asshole. I mean, I think he's the asshole.
Yeah, you said.
Because the other all the party is in agreement that they're gonna watch this baby monitor like if the other couple goes away. So
Yes.
their kids are sleeping. Like it's not like they're running around with knives or some shit.
So reasonable.
You know, right? They're sleeping.
You're making my point.
Okay. And so it's like if one of them wakes up, then the baby, you can see from the baby monitor, and you can just easily go right next door to see the kids, and the kids wouldn't wake up to an empty house. The neighbor would be there. Like if I was the neighbor and I saw the kid wake up, I'd go over there. Like that's the whole point of the baby monitor. It's like you are a babysitter there. At first I thought the couple was going to go and leave their kid alone at home.
Wait.
What?
We agree.
What?
You're saying that this guy's not an asshole.
No, he is an asshole.
Oh, okay.
Because he said he doesn't want the baby monitor in exchange.
Yeah, he's saying he doesn't think this is a good idea.
I think it's fine.
That's what I think.
Then he's the asshole.
Thank you. That's what I think.
Well, you said it wrong then.
No, you said it wrong.
Roll the tape back, Mark.
So Reddit, am I the asshole?
Yeah, you're the asshole.
I think he's not.
Good debate. Let's go.
No, look.
What?
I think, who cares?
I said he's the asshole.
I think this is a great idea.
And you said, I think he's not.
Oh, well, I meant the other way.
Okay, we're in agreement then.
We're in full agreement.
So the fuck?
I think they found an actual life hack that works.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And I can't believe this guy's being such a little pussy.
Exactly.
That pussy-ass bitch.
Thank you. I thought something was wrong with your balls for a second.
Never.
I was like,
my
damn.
balls are good.
This man's always been on my side about this stuff, but like now you're like saying like, oh no, they have to be over
that.
there.
What do you what if, bro? We live in the real world. You know how much a babysitter is? Do you guys have a little life hack next door?
Yeah.
Neighbors are like, oh, we can see into your shit, you can see into our shit, let's fucking take advantage of this shit.
There'd be so many caveats that like, and they covered them all.
All
Whereas
of
like
them.
obviously,
oh no, the baby monitor doesn't work. Yeah, well, I'll go check next door. What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, if I saw the baby monitor go out, I'd go next door.
Correct.
And fix the baby monitor.
Oh no, the babies are open to an empty house. Yeah, tough shit, dude. What, for 5 minutes before I come over?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about?
I don't even think they'd notice it was an empty house if I came over right away.
Hell no.
The only thing it would be is like you really have to trust your neighbors that they're not going to fall asleep on the baby monitor. Like they're not going to like,
Dude.
Get too drunk and fall asleep
or
whatever. But
they promised they wouldn't.
As a babysitter myself, when I was 15, I did fall asleep many times watching kids when I was at their house. And I fell asleep before the kids because I just can't help it. I fall asleep. I'm a bad babysitter. So this baby monitor is probably a better idea.
Dude, this baby monitor is
than hiring a babysitter like me.
It's a sick idea.
Yeah.
It's a life hack. They did it.
Yeah, and since they
beat the system.
Since they're both parents, they both have an incentive to
Thank you.
want to do a good job at this.
You know why? Because if we do a good job at it, then they have to do a good job for us.
Yeah, exactly.
When we're on our night out.
Yeah, exactly.
When we're going to fucking Dave & Buster's.
That's what I'm saying.
But then my question is, who do they go to Dave & Buster's with? If your best pals are your next door neighbors.
They're not their best pals.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're just neighbors.
That was my next question.
Don't like conflate the two.
Good point.
They're just neighbors.
Good point.
They like the Giants.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's rough. Rough.
So
that reminds me of some neighbors that I have.
Yeah,
I get where you're going now.
This was just a general like
I get where you're going now.
Some people's neighbors might like the Giants.
Those are our neighbors. They're like that. So yeah.
Maybe they disgusting. Maybe our neighbors like the Giants. Maybe they don't.
No, they do. They definitely do.
I don't know.
One of them does. The other one doesn't care at all, and she hates her. She hates that her husband cares about the Giants.
Maybe we've had
a
baby monitor at our house before while the Giants game was on. Maybe that's happened.
Probably. Listen, dude. Reddit. By the way, Reddit. Okay, Reddit again. Once again, I think Reddit sometimes has huge swings and misses.
That's what I'm saying.
Reddit is not the asshole. That is an extremely terrible, dangerous idea, bro. Okay, yes, it is dangerous a little bit.
How?
I get that it's a little dangerous because like the kid is literally alone. There's nobody in the house technically.
But like okay, what if the little space between their two houses had a hallway? Oh,
exactly.
Now there's people home.
Good point.
You know,
Good
it's
point.
like it's the same shit.
The hallway.
It's the same distance.
The hallway loophole.
It's like they're at home. They're just like they have to go through an extra door.
I'm telling you.
Some hallways have doors at both sides. Our old apartment did. Okay, well, what about that? It's the same shit.
This wife, her biggest mistake was marrying this guy.
I agree.
Because he is. He's like, honestly, he's like my dad.
He had kids. She had kids.
I love my father, but he is so stupidly unreasonable about safety stuff where it's like, bro, what the fuck? Who cares, dude?
Yeah.
Like, you'd think a kid never fell on their head in their lives around this guy. You know
their
what
head.
I mean? Yeah, but guess what? Kids fall on their head all the time. We fell on our heads nonstop. Dude.
It's very clear.
You think my house was
fell
safety?
on your head.
Yeah, thank you. You think my house was safety proofed? Dude, there's corners everywhere, and we were bumping into them, fucking knocking into them.
I think my brother fell on his head.
Dude, I fell off a bunk bed when I was like 3 years old, and I landed on the Ghostbuster firehouse, which was like a huge toy, by the way.
Yeah.
And I landed on it with my back, with my back and
neck.
neck.
And your parents were home.
Exactly, and my parents were home.
It doesn't prevent things from happening.
It doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. Having an adult there doesn't mean the kid doesn't get hurt.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't make a difference. The kids fucking do shit and they get hurt, but as long as someone's there to respond to it right away, like it's not like the parents are just out willy-nilly with a baby monitor on their date. Like,
dude, my dad and my sister are like this. It's like ridiculous. Also, my neighbor's like this. He's like, I can come over to his house, but I have to make sure that my shoes are off at the door, which I'm fine with because it's very normal for us.
Yeah, we
have
do that
the
too.
no shoe rule. But like, he's like, I don't want my daughter to like crawl around and like put her hands on her mouth. But I'm like, you have a dog who goes outside, shits outside, pees outside, comes back through the house, tracks all through the house. Mm-hmm. But you're acting like my sandals are gonna like fuck up this entire biosphere, dude. Like, get over yourself a little bit, and also a lot of it.
A lot of it.
Well,
I'm glad that we're on the same page.
We are. And fuck the Giants. They're getting killed by the Niners right now.
Fuck the Giants.
Getting killed by every team. Almost got killed by the Cardinals. Okay.
Like, how good is your judgment really if you're a Giants fan?
Agreed, but they won more championships than the Colts. So
what's what I'm saying?
It's fine.
I'd rather root for an underdog like a Colts fan.
Thank you. Thanks, boop. Okay, this one is definitely going to ignite a lot of feels.
Okay, I'm ready. I haven't been ignited in a while for feels.
What does that mean?
In a while.
How long have you been married for?
6 years.
And you haven't been ignited for feels in a while?
Not in a while.
So check this out. Am I the asshole for making my friend lose her job and be suspended?
What?
I, 24 female, was best friends with Mel, 24 female. Players in the story. My boyfriend Aaron, 29 male. Mel's best friend Burp.
His name's
male.
Burp?
His name's Burp. I don't know if that's real.
Wait. Can you start over? Because that really just distracted me and erased my mind.
Okay. I, 24 female, was best friends with Mel, 24 female.
Okay.
Players in the story. My boyfriend Aaron, 29 male. Mel's boyfriend Burp, 32 male. It says that. And my other friend, roommate, Aline, female, 24.
Who names their kid that?
That's rough, dude. Definitely some South Carolina vibes.
It's so distracting.
My boyfriend Aaron and I have been together for 6 months at this point. She was dating Burp and moved in with him. Get the fuck out of here.
He lives with Burp.
One day at a friend's party, 2 months later, Mel, Burp, Aaron, Aline, and I attended. We were having fun. I knew you liked that. Aline felt sick, so I took her out and sat her in a chair. I went to get her water, and when I returned, Burp stopped me, checking on me and Aline. Mel came and dragged Burp away, and they began fighting in another language. So Burp talks in another language?
You picked this story, bro. Like, what was your problem?
No one but them spoke. I checked on them, but Mel, maybe they're just talking Southern.
Okay.
But Mel accused me of trying to steal her boyfriend. Aline, Aaron, and I quickly left, not wanting to stir any more drama. Mel came the next day, apologizing for screaming at me and accusing me. However, Mel told me Burp kicked her out of their place. Aline and I agreed to let her stay. You know what? We're going to do another one.
Yeah, let's do another one.
This seems like bullshit.
I really hate his name.
It just seems like bullshit.
It's like when you told me that Mr. Broccoli did all the James Bond
Albert R. Broccoli.
movies.
That's a real one. No, honestly,
it's too
this
distracting.
One it just seems like nuts.
Okay.
I'm reading it on my own versus with you. I just realized.
It's different.
Yeah,
okay.
It's different.
Yeah,
it's totally different.
Sounds like messy. Too messy.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Fairly relatable. Am I the asshole for not telling my family about my girlfriend? Hello, I come from an Arab, predominantly Muslim country, Algeria, and I started dating someone from a Western country. I'm atheist. I don't care about religion and traditions. However, I care about my family and my country. I have a YouTube channel that's doing well, and I'm planning on a face reveal once it reaches 100,000 subs, which will be in a month or so.
Let's go.
Let's go, buddy. Today, my girlfriend wanted me to share my story where I have family and friends, a picture of us kissing. I think grammatically.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't want to do that because it will reach my close family, and if I go public with my channel, that's like a scandal in my country. There are 0 pictures of any celebrity publicly displaying any affection. Riyad Mahrez once made a controversy on social media with pictures of him and his girlfriend kissing. Nobody knows I'm atheist, that I drink alcohol, or that I have a girlfriend. My mom is a religious person, and if she finds out I have a girlfriend, it means I'm having sex outside of marriage, which means I'm going to burn in hell. I was religious for 19 years. I know exactly what that means to her. It would break her heart, and she will have a lot of sleepless nights, but my girlfriend gave me an ultimatum and compared it to Prince Harry. How can I explain to her it's not the same thing? The culture is widely different. She seems very hurt by this fact and told me that's a huge compromise. I love her, but at the same time, I don't want to leave everything behind. Am I the asshole in this situation?
Why does he have to reveal his face then? It sounds like he doesn't. I mean, he has like...
Because he told his channel he would. It's a goal. That's like when I got this stupid fucking tattoo. I said I would.
I know, but he put himself in this position.
Sometimes do what you say
you're
going to do.
He put himself in his position.
Yeah, do what you say you're going to do.
All right, so if I was like, I will divorce you if you get this tattoo.
I had to do it.
You would be
I swore to the boys.
You would be like, this hurts my values, but like I'm going to choose my wife, probably. I'd be a bitch for doing that. I wouldn't do that to you.
I know you wouldn't do that.
But I'm just saying.
But I would never, ever put you over the boys.
Shut the fuck up.
Because I'm a writer like that.
You're so stupid. Okay, I feel really bad for this guy because there's a lot of work he's got to do in therapy.
Yeah.
Like, your whole life is a lie to your family. You already have broken all the rules. You're basically saying if they knew who the authentic version of you was, they would disown you or they would get hurt by that. You're like in the closet with having a girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, bro, you're not Prince Harry. And all I mean by that's not a knock on you. Prince Harry has so much like wealth and resources and shit like that like Prince Harry coming out about like Meghan Marcus is like not a big deal because it's like he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's Prince Harry. He can kick Meghan Marcus to the curb.
Excuse me.
And not give a shit.
What?
And just move on and nobody cares anyway.
Well,
it's true.
His family would be like, you're a loser.
His family would love it because they already don't like Meghan Marcus. And he would like get closer to his family, but he actually has chosen the other way. He would have to kiss the ring a little bit. But I'm just saying, Prince Harry, you're about to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's not like you're like sitting there cashing checks and fucking crushing it, bro. Like this is not that, right? Like Prince Harry was born he couldn't spend enough money to go out in debt in his whole life. Like, it's just a different situation.
Yeah, but he's
don't
not.
Compare yourself to
do
that
you think
pressure-wise.
Well, he's not. His girlfriend is.
Well, yeah, I know, but don't allow that to be an argument, I think.
He's saying that it's completely different.
Good for him.
So you're making his point.
I hope I am.
And but he also didn't say that he depends on his parents for money or anything. He just doesn't want to hurt them.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's just a completely different situation.
Yeah. I agree with that, but I also just think that, like, I mean, if he wants to continue living a lie for his entire life, then okay, keep it a secret. But if not, like, maybe this is just an opportunity to come clean about who you are and what you believe in, you know? Like,
right.
His girlfriend's saying, like, this is a deal breaker for me. So it's like, it's a deal breaker for her. You guys aren't married. You don't it's not like you have to, you have to stay with her, or it's like financially but just know that, like, this is a deal breaker. So if you lose your girlfriend over this, you lose your girlfriend over this. Like, you're picking the red pill or blue pill. You're picking to stay with the lie to please everyone, or you go with the truth.
Yeah, red pill. That's what I did.
And it hurts your family.
That's why I hang with the boys. That's why boys over toys, always.
Excuse me?
Boys over toys. That's
why I say that I haven't been hit in the feels lately for like a long time.
Why?
I haven't been.
How come?
What did you say? Stimulating?
Stimulated?
You're stimulated in your feels? Stimulated in the feels?
What does that have to do with Meghan Marcus?
It doesn't.
Why'd you bring it up?
Because I would like a Harry Reid. What is his name? Not Harry Reid. That's the airport.
The senator from Nevada. who helped us understand UFOs.
What's his last name?
Harry. Their last name is
what's their last name?
What the starts with W? It's like
Wales.
It's not Wales.
No, Wales.
Like fucking, oh shit.
What's the royal family's name?
Hold on.
Who cares? Right?
Yeah, I know.
Who cares? Meghan Markle. We know her. We know her last name.
Meghan Marcus.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that is he the asshole? I think this is another one for me where I'm like, he's not necessarily an asshole, but he's really got to make a choice. Live your authentic self and be open and be free, or stick with the lie.
He's a Windsor.
Okay, you had to Google it though.
Yeah, but I was right.
Okay, but say whether or not you think this guy's an asshole. I just gave my piece and you were busy Googling their last name.
Why are you calling him an asshole, you think?
I didn't call him an asshole.
You think he's a real prick?
I said that he's got a choice to make.
Yeah, I do. Look, I do think that it's got up or shut up time. Like, it's basically like, first of all, like Nikki said, you don't have to do a face reveal, bro. Just like
you can live in.
If it's going to destroy your life, maybe don't do a face reveal.
Maybe just why did you put yourself in that situation?
Maybe just don't do a face reveal.
Yeah.
Especially because they don't know you yet. So like, you're not like sacrificing your integrity. You're sacrificing your username.
It's like when you wanted to get shot in a bulletproof vest. It's like, why did you make that situation? Like, no one said you have to do that.
But dude, everyone knew my name. It's different, right? Like, imagine I declared to the internet I was getting shot by a bulletproof vest and everyone's looking forward to it. Like, this cat, like, he just has a username. Nobody knows who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
So he could just be like, what did I do? I sacrificed the integrity of my username? Who
Why don't
gives
you
a
just
shit?
have a friend appear and say it to you if you're just going to keep living a lie anyway?
Yeah, good point.
If you want to just keep living a lie anyway, hire a different have your friend be like, it's me. It's me.
That's really good.
The YouTube channel guy.
It's really good. It's really good.
Oh, you're welcome. I solved your problem, but are you the asshole? I don't know. I think that you're not truthful as a person. I think you're living a dishonest life. And, for some people, I get like it's, you have to really be brave to live your authentic life. But I think it'll be worth it if you choose to go that path.
I do as well. And we wish you luck sincerely, but like, you don't, damn, this guy has a lot of integrity. He's like, I said I was going to reveal my face via my username. And I'm going to do it no matter what.
Just get a friend to do it.
I told people to the internet I was getting a tattoo. And that's a different thing because the whole internet, the people who was watching us, they already knew me.
Literally no one would have held you to it. They'd been like,
you really think so? You think I fucked up?
I think you're a dumbass for
nobody
sure.
will ever think I'm not a writer ever again.
I think you're an asshole for sure.
But do you think I'm a writer?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I care about.
Right.
Been called worse. but at least you understand what I am.
Do you have time for one more?
Always can do one more.
Okay. Last one.
Last one. Here we go.
Make it good.
But I gotta go back.
Make it juicy.
I gotta go back because I
haven't been stimulated.
I had to look
a
up a lot
long
of
time.
Prince Harry shit. So
You didn't have to.
I
You
did.
put yourself in that situation.
Okay. Don't tell me I've been stimulated.
Oh my god.
Don't tell me
that
I've
was
been
scary.
stimulated.
I just got stimulated. I got scared out of my fucking mind just now.
I've been stimulating this bitch ever since WSOP ended. Actually,
I just like to nag him so I get more action,
I
but it
know,
doesn't
it's
really
fine.
work.
no, it doesn't work. Because I can see right through you and your games. Okay, get this one.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for telling my husband not to bring his daughters home, or I'll leave with my kids every time they're over?
What? Okay. Are you the asshole for wearing that outfit? Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, like the shorts with that.
Well, so I can showcase my tattoo.
Your tattoo, okay.
My husband has 2 daughters from his previous relationship. They are 19 and 16. He only sees them once or twice a week on his days off. Because of his work schedule, he does not see them often. When they come over, they usually stay for a short time, eat dinner or lunch, and talk with their father. Sometimes they go out for a couple of hours. The problem is they have no respect for me, my kids, and their 16 female constantly steals from our home. I don't mind if they just didn't want a relationship with me, but they constantly disrespect me and insult me when I enter the room. They've insulted me for not working. I have a job and just recently had a baby. They make jokes how I'm using their dad for money.
What?
I make more money than him, she says. I have 2 sons from my previous relationship, 7 male and 9 male. When they insult, it's because they think my sons are too dumb to understand what they are saying. Yet they understand clearly and are hurt by it. I've talked to my husband about this. He says it's all just jokes.
Not funny.
And he acted like that to his siblings. I have talked to them about it, and they told their mom, who argued with my husband about it. Also, the 16 female daughter steals, like I mentioned. She'll say she's going to the bathroom and then enter the bedroom and take some cash. I've caught her doing this multiple times. My husband will make her give it back and then give her money from his own wallet.
What the fuck?
Ugh. When I try to talk to her about it, she tells her mom, who again argued with my husband. We've gotten locks for our rooms, but she has just stolen other stuff instead. My kids avoid going to the kitchen or living room when the girls are over, and I'm tired of being worried that something is missing. I told my husband he could spend time with the girls outside the house, and if he brought them over, I'd just take the kids and leave until they're gone. My husband says I'm childish.
What? No.
My mom says it's unfair to make him do that for me. Am I the asshole?
To make him do what for you?
To make him take the kids and leave and until they're gone, and then she can hang out in her own house. Like take her kids, or he has to take his kids.
His kids, yeah.
And then they hang out.
I don't think she's the asshole. I don't get why your husband doesn't have her back.
Her husband doesn't have her back.
Yeah, so he's not a writer. So
he's not a writer.
He's the asshole.
Yeah, he wouldn't get tatted up.
Yeah, I don't know. That one's pretty cut and dry for me. Like if something's hurting me and I'm telling you like how disrespected I feel, and it's legit reasons, it's not like I'm being a diva about something. Like they're being rude and mean and stealing from me. Like, and then you're my husband and you're like not sticking up for me.
I actually think this is fairly common for like parents who deal with like divorced or broken marriages.
Yeah.
Because there's just team sports after a certain time, and it just becomes sort of like this. And it sucks that even like you can't just have respect for the person.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter like what you guys went through. You can't just like say like, yeah, this is right or wrong. Like, why are you sticking up for your kids more than the person that you sleep next to every night?
Yeah, I mean, the kids don't need sticking up for. They're the ones being rude.
Exactly. They're being shitty.
Yeah.
So like the person who sleeps next to you is just saying, hey, they're being shitty, and you're being unreasonable.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes
You're
no
being
sense.
childish. Excuse me? Like,
Wild.
wonder where they got that from. My husband's now calling me childish for voicing that I feel a certain way.
And also, it's pretty exciting, I guess, to say someone's childish when your daughter's stealing from you and then you pay her cash.
Yeah, you reward her for stealing.
And then you say, You're being childish
Hey, you
about
can't
this.
take that money. Take this money. What? What the hell?
Nuts.
I don't understand this family. I don't understand.
Not the asshole.
I don't get how a person like that and me would see eye to eye enough for us to get married. Like, how does I would just not be in this situation. I don't get it.
Sometimes people, clean it up until they get married, and then they
that's
let
fair.
the trash out.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's really fair. Because, like, this guy sounds stupid.
Yeah. He sounds unredeemable.
Yeah.
Almost, right? Like,
Yeah. Like, did he have more brain cells when you met and then
Yeah.
lost them after you signed the marriage agreement?
Yeah.
That
Pretty
sucks. I'm glad that didn't happen for you. I'm glad
Thank you.
I already knew how many brain cells you had.
Thank you.
And I worked with it.
You too.
Thank you.
But you're pretty smart.
Yeah, thanks, boo. Thank you.
She's smart.
Thank you. You're so pretty.
And with that, that's all the time we have for today, guys.
All right, that's all the time we have for today. Let us know if you agreed with us or not.
Yes.
And especially on that first one.
Oh, yeah.
What, that guy had enough context really for you to make a decision? I hate that a lot of people get to be jurors and we don't pay them shit and then they get to make decisions like this with not enough context.
But I like that.
You like that.
Yeah, and I like that.
Let us know if you like that.
So let us know if you agree. And we'll see you on the next one.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.